Hey, everybody. Marvin Weisman here from the Weedkend Show podcast.
And I'm sorry.
And today we have a very special guest. How are you? Please introduce yourself, darling.
Hey everyone, I'm Francesca, and I am here with my nut butters, ཉամ.
Nut butters, nyam.
And more specific, peanut butter, right?
Yeah, well, peanut
Oh, you
butter,
have
and
two.
also we also have different nuts. So I
Oh,
will-
okay.
Mhm.
Oh, so I'm wrong. I thought it was only one.
It's just that peanut butter is probably your favorite, like mine.
Yeah. What else do you guys have? Hazelnut?
Hazelnut is still in the making because I'm
Okay.
trying to make a Nutella, but it's Nutella sets the standard so high, and then to make an all natural Nutella is a little bit difficult, but it's on its way. And we have almond butters, and I am going to have you guys taste one that is cashew nuts with coconut.
Ooh, I love cashew
Yes,
nuts.
and you're going to be
Wow.
the first ones to try it because it's not on the market yet.
Well, welcome to the Weedkend Show podcast. We know your product doesn't have cannabis, but still, we wanted to have you on the show. We know that you enjoy the plant, as maybe not as much as we do, but you smoke it occasionally. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you end up here in Mexico? Where are you from?
All right. Yeah, I'm a little bit blonde to be here, maybe.
La
So
güera.
La güera. Ajá. I was born here in Mexico, and I grew up in Holland. My parents are Dutch, but my dad grew up here in Mexico,
Oh,
so
okay, that's
it's like a
cool.
little bit of a mix there.
And why did he grow
And-
up here in Mexico?
He grew up here because my grandfather found a job. It was like Mexico, the booming
Okay,
years of Mexico
okay.
in the 50s, 60s, and then
Wow.
he found a job here.
And he grew up here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Here
he
in
was-
Mexico City?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
I actually didn't know this story. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I thought you were like, I didn't know you were born here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
And-
was born in Jalisco, in El Grullo.
Tapatía. You could-
Uh-huh.
you
Well,
could
actually, I
go-
was born in Outland, but it's nice.
But still,
so.
you could go buy a
Yeah.
tapatía. The women there are gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some
It's
blonde
like
ones
there's
there,
güeras
right?
there. Yeah, she's tapatía. There you go.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Tapatio of Dutch blood. And so, yeah, I guess because of all the story, well, we would always come to Mexico and, like, how would you say that? Like, political family or
Mm-hmm.
family, like, everyone here is tias y
Yeah,
primos,
definitely.
Yeah, so there's always been this connection with Mexico. And then I did my master's here in urban studies at the UNAM. And
Nice.
yeah, I already knew that even if they wouldn't accept me to the master's, I would stay here because it was just, I was a little bit tired of Holland and the
Yeah.
weather and,
Yeah, definitely.
craving tacos and
What
sun.
what part of Holland are you from?
I grew up in Wageningen, which is a not very well known place. And then I lived in Amsterdam, which
Cool.
is more
I've
A very
been.
well-known
It's
place.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Amsterdam is gorgeous.
What time of the year did you go?
I went in the summer.
Good.
It
Good
was
for you.
awesome. It was. I remember. I didn't expect it to be so beautiful, and I went on a train from Hamburg. So as soon as you walk out the train station already is like, I'm in Harry Potter's castle. It's gorgeous, and then you just walk out and it's boom, the Doors Cafe, and then this channel full with little. Oh, I was like, where am I,
Yeah.
dude? What is this place? It's gorgeous. It's
Mhm.
beautiful, but yeah, the weather can get rough, and plus, if you've already lived in Mexico and you know that you have the beach near, and the weather here in Mexico City is actually quite nice all year long. It
Mhm.
rains, but it's never too cold. It's never too hot.
No,
It's actually perfect.
it
Yeah.
is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking that the other day. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, a lot of people like I lived in Cancun for a while, and one of the things
Ooh.
I just it's gorgeous, but even though I've lived in Miami and in Caracas, the humidity and
Mhm.
it's so warm and it's like no, and I came back here and I was like concrete jungle, oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I know there's contamination and there's a lot of stuff that are maybe not as nice as it being in the Riviera Maya, but the heat for me is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like this weather here.
That's true.
That's nice about Mexico City. And how long have you been working with this? I mean, is this
This started, I think, 3 years ago.
okay?
Uh-huh.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
while actually. And it's still like it started as a hobby. It still is, but yeah, there it is.
And here
Still
right now,
going.
you're selling it only in Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In all over the Republic, all over the
Yeah.
country,
Yeah.
but yeah, only in Mexico.
Cool.
Or if friends come over, I will give them, a couple for wherever in the world they're going.
Exactly. Please take this
Mhm.
back to your land.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. And
Mhm.
how did you get into this? I mean, have you always been interested in like the kitchen or in cooking or was this how did this happen?
Uh-huh. Um, in Amsterdam, I had a brand with two friends where we would make vegan muffins.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a social enterprise because we would make them with refugees, and then all the profits would go to Dutch classes for the refugees so that they could, learn the language and maybe integrate more into society or get a job. So I guess that's where a little bit the kitchen thing came
Okay.
from. Because I'm not that much of like a kitchen person, to be honest. Only if I have to.
Okay.
And then with a friend here, we were thinking about, oh, maybe we could do something like that. Because here, like, it's very easy to start something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just sell it on the street. And if it doesn't sell, then it doesn't sell. And you know that you don't have to put more effort
You
into
invite
it.
some friends over, eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and it's over.
Exactly. Exactly. And there you go. So we started making these energy bars. And then part
Okay.
of the ingredients is peanut butter, but like natural peanut butter, not the Aladdin or the Skippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very hard to find. And so we're like, well, let's just make it ourselves.
There you
And
go.
then friends came over, just so we wanted them to like try the energy bars and give us feedback and stuff. And then they were like, yeah, the bars are good, but your peanut butter is amazing, so
Yeah.
sell me that. And
We'll take the peanut
that's-
butter.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and that's pretty much where it came from. And
So
also,
the
there's
market
like not
decided.
much.
The market decided.
Exactly.
Exactly, the market decided, even though the market was just a group of friends, but
Hey, but the market is the market.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's awesome.
And also here, it's not much of a peanut butter culture, but in Holland, very much. So
Of
we
course.
eat peanut butter. Well, not on everything, but we eat a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah, that's very new in
So-
Mexico because I remember when I was little and I used to live in Mexico, there was no peanut butter. Like,
Right.
No,
It
but
was
there's a
a
lot of
US thing.
cacahuate
Yeah.
culture.
yeah, there's the
That's
mazapan.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. The mazapan.
Yeah, which I never knew
Mhm.
what a mazapan was. Like till I went to the US and then I was eating a lot of peanut butter and then I came back
And you're like,
and then I
"Wait
tried a mazapan and I was
minute."
like, oh my god, this is like
You didn't
Yeah.
eat mazapan as a kid?
no, I did, but I didn't know what it was.
Right. You don't know
Yeah,
that it's
I thought it was just
peanuts.
sugar or something. Yeah,
Mom,
Well,
get
it's
those
probably
round
a lot
sugar
of sugar
things.
with peanuts, but
Yeah.
Exactly.
because masa, I thought it was masa.
right.
Like mazapan has
Yeah.
nothing to do with peanuts.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Yeah,
translation.
That's logical
Yeah,
for the name. Uh-huh.
it's like dough bread. That's what it's
But
called, mazapan.
it's strange, no, that they have such a big culture with peanuts, cacahuates, but the crema de
Mhm.
cacahuate, how they call it here, the peanut butter,
Yeah.
it's really not part of their culture.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I bet you in the US it came from Europe. Like from all of those immigrants into the US, that's where like the peanut butter come from.
What
came
are
from.
those amazing like waffle straffles things that you guys make?
The stroopwafels.
Oh my God,
Yes.
that's not normal.
Have you been to
Mercado Roma?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm not
of
sure if he still has a stand there, but he has a whole store where they make them hot also, and you
Oh,
can order them with like also with
don't
cheese.
tell me where it is, please.
All
Oh
right.
my
Well,
God.
tell the public
I
where
won't
it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
I won't tell you. But
Okay, yeah, tell the
Cover your
viewers.
ears. Yeah.
The store is called Holland Waffles, and it's in La Juárez, Colonia Juárez,
Oof.
corner of Versalles with Barcelona.
Nice. I'm
Uh-huh.
definitely going.
You guys
Oh,
gotta go
man.
there.
Yes.
I went a couple times to the Mercado Roma because every time when I was telling you that I worked with a big Dutch crew on the Corona Sunsets, they would bring those and I'd be like before the next year I'm like, you guys are bringing those waffles, right? They're
They're
oh
so
my
addictive.
God, with a coffee in the morning, it's like oh
Nice. I've never heard of them, but I think I know the place that you were mentioning.
Yeah, it's like all orange and
Yeah.
looks very Dutch.
it looks very Dutch.
And
Yeah.
actually, they opened up some Dutch French fries next to it.
Yeah,
also.
I know exactly where
So-
this is.
And now
Whenever
that
you're
we have a
craving sweet or
Dutch
salty.
and two Mexicans in the room,
Right.
fue penal or no? Was that a penalty or
Oh,
no?
yeah.
Going back to the World Cup, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
Well,
was
you
like,
guys won.
calm,
The Dutch won the
Yeah,
World
the
Cup.
Dutch one,
calm
but
down, people. They were going nuts here, man.
Yeah.
I know.
It was awesome.
I was watching the game in Holland, but I always want Mexico to win because I feel like they deserve it more. I don't know.
Well,
you
you,
know,
you
I
root
mean-
for the underdog. Yeah.
Yeah. So when Mexico scored, I was like, "Woo!" And I was in a room full of Dutch people, and everyone was looking at me like, What's wrong with this
But I've
girl?"
always been a fan of the Dutch national team in the World Cup. Always. They've had amazing teams and
Mhm.
historical players, and it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, but here they always get to like quarterfinals and then they choke.
Yeah.
They don't know how to. I feel that they don't. They never get to ensemble a team that knows how to play like a team. They have a lot of good stars, and yeah, they play in amazing teams in Europe. But when they get to the World Cup, they didn't like play together that enough
Mm-hmm.
and learn how to play like a team because they never make it farther than that.
Yeah. There's that one
Mm-hmm.
piece missing, and once they learn it, they're gonna be able to win championships and be like World Cup
Exactly, and
winners.
they
They
But
might
they're
not
could.
have
still
They
figured
missing
it
that
could.
one
out yet,
Yeah,
piece. Yeah.
but
but they definitely could.
Yeah.
And so you were telling me now you've been here this time 4 years.
yes.
Where did you come from? From Holland?
Um, yeah, more or less. So I was traveling around a bit
Okay.
before because if it's not, in non-COVID times, I work as a tour leader.
Okay.
So I was mostly in Costa Rica or like Central America.
Actually, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about next, like the tour
Uh-huh.
thing. I was gonna say, you're a person with many talents, that you do many things.
Many occupations.
Yeah, many
at least.
occupations. So tell us more about the tour
Uh-huh.
thing, how where it happens, or
Yeah.
if people want to know. If people watch this in other countries, so like if they were interested.
Right, that's good.
Yeah.
So I usually work as a tour leader for Dutch and Belgian groups. So it's more, like also the translation part and like organizing the travels for them. And they come to any place in Latin America for like 2 or 3 weeks, and we travel
Nice.
through the country for that time.
And you take
Yeah.
care of everything.
Exactly. Yes. If
And now
there's a
she's gonna
scorpion
not
in your
only
shoe, I
organize
take it
that, but
out.
there's gonna be a couple of yams in their rooms when they arrive, and it's like, what's this?
Ooh,
This looks delicious.
I hadn't even
Give me.
thought about that. Thank you.
Yeah, like the pillow,
Like
like when they put
exactly
a
instead of
Yeah.
the chocolate pillows,
You put
the
some rose
chocolate pillows.
petals and what's
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Like writing it down. Well, I don't have to because it's being recorded. Good.
Yep.
But also here in the city, for all those of you that don't live here and that come and visit, I work with an organization that's called Bondabu, and we do underground experiences. So we would go here in Mexico City. It's like a one day tours. We'll go to La Merced, to Mercado de la
awesome.
Sonora, or we have like a walking tour through Santa Maria la Ribera, San Rafael, which is more like an architectural and historical tour.
Your
What
Spanish
else
is
do we have?
fantastic.
Thank you.
Really. I mean, I know you grew up here, but still, I mean, it's Dutch is a very particular, language. It's not like
Yeah.
English or, and to be able to manage both or all three because your English is great too. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's hard, man.
Yeah.
I can do English and Spanish. That's it.
That's why she does so many things. All these talents.
It's all
they
because of the
start from like
languages.
the language.
I do one in each language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do this one in Spanish. I do
Right.
the tours in Dutch. And then, in English, I do other things.
Well, there's some of the things that are very interesting too, like the thing in Xochimilco.
Uh-huh.
What is that about?
Yeah, I'm also part of a colectivo in Xochimilco. And for those of you that haven't been to Mexico City, Xochimilco is an area in the south of the city where they're still practicing a traditional form of agriculture on islands that are floating in what used to be a lake. All of Mexico
Yep.
City used to be a lake,
Exactly.
5 different lakes, and the center would be the big capital, and then there were islands that were being formed around it to feed that capital. And now there's only just a little bit part left, but it's still there.
It's still there.
So with Colectivo Ahuejote, we're working to maintain that and to reactivate also the agricultural part.
Take back some of the land.
Yes, because there's like 21,000 chinampas in the entire area, of which 16,000 are abandoned.
Wow.
Because people don't, it's very hard to live off of agriculture in Mexico in general. I think maybe the world in general.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But so what we're trying to do is that we're setting. Well, we have a consumer network or a network that links the consumers with the producers.
Okay.
It's all organically grown, no chemicals. So we accompany the producers. How would you say that? The farmers.
The farmers,
The productores
Or cultivators.
the cultivators are
Yeah.
the farmers. We accompany them in the process to change their way of agriculture to a completely agrochemical free one.
Okay.
Or if they already do it, to like also help them to improve it, so that they can get to this market which is willing to pay, which values the food, the veggies that are organic.
And the social
And
aspect of it.
Exactly, the
Mhm.
social aspect of it. It's like it doesn't go through 5 people that that pay, and then in the end, such a little part goes to the farmer. So yeah, so we're
That'd be
working
cool
there.
to get a couple of those and grow some cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
talked to her
know?
before about this.
Once
I
it's
mean,
legal, I think
yeah,
we're
no, but I mean,
super.
exactly. No, I mean in like a
Yeah.
real way. I mean, because
Yeah.
that could activate, and
Or hemp.
Absolutely.
Maybe
for
hemp
yeah, no,
grows
that's
really
what I
well
mean. I'm
on.
not saying
Yeah.
cannabis like to smoke. I'm
Oh yeah.
saying cáñamo, o
Yeah.
sea, for
Yeah.
industrial purposes and for food and
And that will be
definitely.
interesting because she was letting me know that it has a lot of well, there's water that comes from Mexico. The
Mhm.
water there is like
Yeah.
treated water from Mexico City.
Yes.
So like hemp is known for like cleaning the soil. So maybe
Mhm.
it could clean the chinampas.
There you
That
go.
would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
think
And
It'd
is
be
it legal to
interesting
grow
to do
hemp?
like a study.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's legal to do studies right now. So
Yeah.
you can do a study with hemp and you can
Yeah.
get a license for that. But there's still these regulations that are gotta come out so you can get a
Mhm.
license just to grow hemp, for like
Exactly.
clothing and stuff like that.
Right.
And that's what we're all waiting for. Like it's probably
Yeah.
gonna come out in a few weeks. Just the
Oh,
law and the
that's
regulations
exciting.
later on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there, let us know because there's a lot of land there, and the cultivators are also very interested in any opportunity that
Yeah.
allows them to maintain this land, because otherwise, someone's gonna come and
No, and if they legalize correctly here, and there's a use for industrial hemp, I mean, those guys can make a lot of money and be very happy and have quality lives
yeah,
and
exactly.
relive all the chinampas that are abandoned,
Mm-hmm.
and make it work for everyone, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what cannabis is about.
Yeah.
I mean, I love smoking and getting high and eating and all that kind of stuff, but it goes way beyond that. It's a whole thing with the planet and
Mm-hmm.
sustainability and going back to our roots. We've said it a million times and we're going to keep saying it because that's what really happens. We have to go back to our roots. Everything
Mm-hmm.
was made of hemp.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And and it was awesome and there was no problem until they made it illegal and they started a war on drugs. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
And so that would be an amazing and very interesting project to look into.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
before
it's-
we publish this, we gotta copyright this.
I
God
know.
darn
we-
it.
So there's already like 3 tags, no? There.
Yeah.
Video.
Dude, I think we're like the stoners that are like just thinking of all these ideas and we're recording them and people are like, these guys are just like always coming up with new things and new businesses.
Right. But
And
let's
we
see in a
think-
couple of weeks, and
yeah.
all of a sudden,
Once we watch it, we're like, oh, we were just stoned, dude.
Yeah.
But we think we're so smart right now. We're like, dude, we're gonna change the world.
Einstein, look out.
But yeah.
So tell us more about your wonderful products. Let's
All
show
right.
the people what you
That's-
brought.
Also, there, if you have spoons, I brought them for you guys to take.
Cool.
So,
I will get some spoons in a
Let me
bit.
see. Good.
Leah, go get some spoons.
And there she goes with 2 spoons. So here's the 2 classic ones. And where do I show it? Like this?
Yeah.
All right. This is like the pure peanut butter. This is the smooth version. Which one have you tried?
Both.
Both, right?
Yeah.
So the smooth version
And chunky?
exactly the chunky
Oh.
version.
Oh my god.
Well,
I know.
Leah's gonna love it too. I
Oh,
mean,
she's gonna
dogs
go
love
nuts.
Yes,
peanut
for
butter.
dogs, for babies, everything.
Dogs, babies.
For
everything.
everything. Just before giving it to your dog, make sure that there's no allergies there. Also,
Oh.
before giving it to
Oh,
your
she's
baby.
had peanut butter. I give her apples.
Oh,
and
that's right.
everything.
There's kids
Yeah.
that are like they can die, right? If they just have like
Yeah.
peanuts.
Yeah. There's a
Mhm.
lot of people that are allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
once had a
crazy.
friend over, and I didn't know that she was allergic to nuts, but she's like so allergic that if she's in the area,
Oh
she might.
wow.
And she came into my house and I have like these bultos with like 40 kilos of cacahuate, and she's like, okay, I might just
I'm leaving.
get a hotel.
Wow.
Yeah, so be just be
Careful,
sure.
yeah.
Exactly.
Make sure
That's
you are
all.
not allergic to peanuts. It's that simple.
Exactly. But to know other stuff, because there's nothing else in it. It's all natural.
Well,
Just a little bit of salt, but just a very, very tiny little bit. And yeah. Well, that's basically because so these are because they don't have any sweetener or stuff, you can also combine them with the salty things.
okay.
Have you had how do you call them here? The pollo en cacahuatado?
Oh my
Like the
god.
peanut butter, peanut
I love
sauce.
that. I love
Yeah,
that.
peanut
Yeah,
sauce,
you can
yeah.
eat this with a little bit of chili, or if you make a wok.
Yeah, do
soya
some Asian
sauce
kind of
and
stuff.
some-
Yeah.
uh-huh.
But definitely no, I love el pollo en cacahuatado.
Oof.
Well, it's delicious, man. That
Yeah.
little pieces of chicken and you got your peanut sauce and pieces of peanut and it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
with a taco, it's nice.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
that's
Or
cool
you can make
about
them
that.
with setas if you're vegetarian.
There you go.
Yeah.
So here's the recipes coming out. Or my favorite snack is pepino, the cucumber.
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers with the smooth one. No, with the crunchy one because
Oh
it
my
gives like extra
goodness.
crunch.
Yeah.
And a little bit of salsa picante like chipotle or something.
Oh my God.
Super good.
That's a lot of flavors there.
Hey man,
Uh-huh.
but that what
Or
you
your
just
standard
said,
peanut butter
that's like
jelly.
a perfect center food, like to put on
Yeah.
you know, at a
Yeah.
small reunion, and people just and they mix it like you said. That sounds really good. The cucumber
And it's very easy to make.
and it's healthy
Mhm.
too.
And it's healthy too.
Cucumbers. Cucumber.
Cucumber.
Have you ever seen the cucumber? The guy who sings it? No?
No.
Anyone? Okay.
But I
The
want to see it.
cucumber.
Cucumber. People know. The Jamaican guy who sings cucumber.
Ooh,
The
a
Jamaican
Jamaican
guy.
guy.
I'll show you guys afterwards.
Good.
Pickle
Does he
Rick.
smoke out of the cucumber?
We know Pickle Rick.
He just sings about cucumbers.
All right. Okay, share that video too.
I will. Otherwise, I will look weird. Like, what is that guy talking about?
Everyone's like Google. Who the
Yeah.
hell is this guy?
Yeah.
The cucumber.
It sounds just like that. I'll show you. I'll
Nice.
show you. But what else? Which
All
other
right.
ones you have?
So I'm gonna put these back here,
Yeah.
and whenever you feel like having a
Oh,
spoon or
definitely.
whatever, open them, and then this is the other like classic one, which is peanut butter with peanuts with a little bit of cinnamon. So this is very nice in like smoothies, or it has no sweetener, but the cinnamon makes it a little bit sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Different taste. Yeah.
Yeah. So this I would not recommend mixing this with hot sauce or cucumber.
You never know, man. Especially here in Mexico, it's like, oh yeah, give me the Maggi and the salsa soya, and then the
yeah.
Tabasco, and then the hot sauce, and the ketchup, and the mustard. It's like,
Valentina.
dude,
Right.
you didn't even try it. It's like, shut up. I know what I'm doing.
You're
and
right.
then the
it might
lemon,
work.
lemon all over everything.
Tajin.
Okay, now I'm gonna eat
The tahini.
it.
And some gomitas if you want. No?
Exactly. Yeah. Here, anything goes.
True. All right. If you try that with that one, with the cinnamon one, let me know.
Let me know. I'm not trying it. Okay. Let me know.
Make a story.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is awesome. You guys should really try this. She doesn't know what she's talking about. That'd be awesome.
Tag us.
Please tag us.
And then here's the next one, which is peanut with cocoa nibs, cacao nibs. And and a little bit of monk fruit. So this is a little bit more sweet. Because sometimes we do crave something very sweet, no? So I
Definitely.
can eat this with a spoonful, especially if it's like the munchies.
Yeah.
Or eat it on a sandwich or whatever.
I haven't tried that one, so that's the next one I want
Ooh,
to try because
good.
you
Oh,
know it has
definitely. That
it's different.
sounded good.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never seen.
different.
I never heard anything like that. So
Mhm.
I'll
That
try that out.
sounded good
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
And then the
right,
smaller
so you
ones
should try.
are the same or no?
Yes.
They're all different?
They're all different.
Wow.
This is pure almond butter. Actually,
Almond butter.
Yeah.
Mm.
so the almond, it's a little bit oily because, so as a natural
Conservative?
conservative, the oils from any nut, they separate. So if you ever buy like an organic or a natural peanut butter or any other nut butter, it's always going to separate because
Okay.
that's the way it
It's
conserves.
like
So you
oil
don't.
and vinegar. It just kind of like
Yeah. So it's not. It doesn't look like the best, but it's natural and
that's how it's supposed to look. You just
exactly
twirl it with a spoon and
exactly. So every time before eating it, you just mix it or close it very, very well, and then
put it upside down.
put it upside down, so the oil goes like up, and it sort of mixes itself.
Okay.
That's
But
a
the
tip.
spoon thing is easy.
Yeah.
You know, you just
And then that
open
way-
it, mix it a bit, and it's ready.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then also you don't need to keep it in the fridge because then the oil gets a little bit hard and you can't really like spread it anymore.
Ooh.
So
But it's like candy.
because of this oil, you can exactly
Stick it a fork
little
there.
chunks of. Yeah, if you put it in the freezer, maybe that would.
Me and my munchy mind.
No, that's
I'm
good.
already-
All of these ideas, they might work.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, a lot of ideas come out of this show.
Exactly. And so also we have this one in the big version, but yeah,
Okay.
because these are more expensive nuts, we also make them in the small version because otherwise it would be a
Too
little bit
expensive.
expensive. Well, depending on who you are, of course. And then so this is the one. It's actually still hot. That's why I came like 5 minutes late because I wanted this one to to get out of the blender before I came here. So this doesn't have an etiqueta yet. Actually, if you have a suggestion for a name, very welcome, because this is a very new one, and I think this is gonna be the bestseller. Because I just want to see your faces in
Is
a
it
little
white
bit when
chocolate?
you try it. No, but this is the cashew coconut one, but
Oh
it's
my
from
God.
Coco Rallado, so it's a bit sweet. It's no, I always feel bad that I don't like videotape the faces when people try it the first time, because it's really, really, really
Well,
good.
we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go grab some. That's it.
Yes,
Get
you
it.
go grab a spoon.
Go get it, man. We'll wait for you.
Yeah. So far, the name that we've thought of is Coco Nuts, but with like a K,
Yeah.
K-O-K-O, nuts. But it's not like very creative. So,
Coconut.
if you can find any other name,
Oh, I get it. I get it.
yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
think about it.
yeah,
Like a good one.
you're gonna have to taste it, and then you might like get like a friend of mine, actually my friend from Caracas. She tasted it. She's like, "Oh, I just see a tan Brazilian lady lying on the beach, eating this."
Oh, thanks. man.
So I don't know. Thank you. Which one do you want to try first?
Well, of course, that
This
one.
of
I
course.
heard good
And
things
then
about it.
the other ones, yeah. You can try them at the end.
Wow. So this is
All
brand
right.
new. It's not even
No,
out
I did
yet.
raise the bar, didn't I? If you didn't like it, you're like,
It
"Oh,
didn't-
this is gross."
This was-
Oh, look.
Oh.
Someone already knows.
Oh,
Leah's back.
yeah, exactly. So no, this is not even out yet. So
Wow.
you guys are
What
gonna
a
be the
privilege.
first. After me and my neighbors, you get it first. I know it's actually still warm.
Mm, very nice. It reminds me of something.
Mm.
You know what? Those bars, the coco,
Uh-huh.
like that's what it reminds me of.
In Venezuela, there's one called cocosete,
Oh.
and this tastes like what's inside of the waffle. It's like waffle with cream and waffle and cream and it. I swear.
Whoa.
But that is pretty
Mm.
good, man.
Nice.
So that has peanuts too?
No, that's
No?
just
Okay.
cashew nut and
Oh,
cocoa.
cashew. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow.
That one's
So
definitely good.
good. Really good.
Yeah.
Good that you liked it. All right. No, you can keep it. Yeah, yes, have I tried. Buy the spoonful also.
So how do you keep so slim? I mean, like, my God, I'd be huge.
So that's the secret, because all the peanut butters are it's pure fat and protein. So I guess that's
Exactly.
That's how
That's-
you keep fit while
Well, exactly. That's how
staying
you
seated.
prove that it's it's healthy.
Mhm.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, actually, we did the challenge, no, with the
Alto Cali, yeah.
Alto Cali with the CBD oil, where people would have to run. They ran or walked 35 kilometers in 15 days. Was it right?
Yeah.
So it was like a super good combination, because it's for the healthy
Yeah.
people, but also the people that.
You know, I really like where he was going. And do you hear that? Oh, yeah, they closed the
Yeah,
account. So,
such a shame.
because we were going to do another challenge.
I was gonna subscribe because I didn't really complete the
Yeah.
challenge.
Leah, leave those alone. She's like,
Yeah,
God darn
such
it.
a. And so there's no way to get the account back or anything.
No, we'll see what happens. We're just looking for the U.S. to legalize so they can stop doing that. But
Yeah.
basically, we were talking about this. A lot of cannabis companies got shut down, not just
Yeah.
ours. Like a bunch of them
It
in the
was
U.S.,
crazy.
Canada.
Yeah, those days it was like, boom, 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 boom. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? And I was like waiting for ours to get shut down because I'm like, well, I guess we're next. I know everybody that's been getting shut down,
Hey, hopefully
Yeah.
not.
No, leave
Yeah,
us alone.
don't
We are
shut
good
us down.
people.
Don't shut
We
them
are
down.
good people.
Yeah, we're just interviewing good people. Like we're just
Yeah.
interviewing cool people. Like,
Yeah, that's
Don't
all we're
shut us
trying to
down.
do, and meet cool people and show everyone around the world how cool Mexico is and how many
Yeah.
interesting people there are here and
Yeah.
people from all over the world. And like you and like me. I mean, none of us are. You were born here, but
No, but none of us are like. Yeah.
from here,
Yeah.
So
Scary.
it's an amazing city, and it's cool that I'm glad that we also bring people that aren't in the cannabis industry, but the fact that we like to smoke and get munchies and hang out and have a good time.
and I want to talk about that.
That's what unites
Yeah,
us.
a little more about
Yeah.
the use of cannabis.
Exactly.
We always like to ask our guests, like, when was the first time that they had cannabis?
All right.
Like their very first time. How was the experience? Good, bad?
Well, this is Holland, so it's like, well, I was 9.
I know.
That's what I'm expecting. Because we've heard some stuff from here. We're like, well, I was 12. And it's like,
Yeah, I know.
12? Okay.
No, I wasn't. But yeah, all of my friends were. And like by the age of 15, everyone was like, I've tried that. I've seen that. So that's definitely an interesting thing about making it more accessible and more legal.
Yeah.
That maybe
Definitely.
when
All of
things
my
are
Dutch friends, none of them smoke.
yeah, exactly.
Seriously, it's
Yeah.
very odd that they smoke because it was normal, and then
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that or whatever. And
Yeah. Or
but
you don't
most of
like have
them,
to look for the boundaries because you can just go and buy a joint if you feel like it, and then all of a sudden you don't really feel like it anymore.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
definitely,
might be an effect. Yeah.
yeah.
Or some that just do it really casually, but
Well, I think
mm,
it's something that you shouldn't start too young, but still,
yeah,
how
exactly.
old
No,
were
at
you?
12 is like very
Yeah,
yeah. Good question.
you weren't that
I
young,
think
I guess.
no, not that young. I think I was like 16.
That's
But
good.
I'm thinking now that you ask, like, how was it? I can
Yeah. Well,
like,
what was it at a party
uh-huh.
or at school after school?
It was good. She can't remember.
I know. No, actually, sorry. I was older than that. I think I was like 20 or something. Nah, like 19.
So like in college.
At university
University.
already. Uh-huh. And I remember that, yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
So, like, I probably did smoke it before, but this was like the time that I was more maybe conscious or I
Yeah.
don't know. And it was, I remember, I think it was like Silver Haze. And then with some friends, and we smoked a lot of it. And it was like, because we had like a brainstorm session about this thing. And so that really helped. And then the next day, I had an interview for a project I was working on. And I went to this lady's place. And it was like, it used to be a community center, but they were moving out. And so it was just this big space with nothing in there and very white walls. And she was talking to me, and all of a sudden I was just staring at her, and it just all started like again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It had its effect, and I was like, oh my god. Okay, act normal, act normal. But yeah, that all went fine.
It was a good
And then
experience. Yeah. Overall.
yeah, exactly. It was a good experience. Um, but then I think I did learn from that moment to measure it a little bit more. Like, okay,
Definitely.
I did not want want it to be
I don't
that
want to be
heavy.
like that all the time. Yeah,
Exactly. Or
definitely.
if you do want to be, then you also know that that's possible. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
um,
you choose your moments. It's like, okay,
exactly.
I'm at the beach. I want to feel like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, you have to choose
Yeah,
your moments.
And a tip for people,
exactly.
if this is the first time that they try edibles, definitely don't work the next day.
Oh
Like
no,
do it on a Friday, so you have
exactly.
Saturday and Sunday
Yeah.
free.
Leah wants me to try the third one you told me, the one with the.
Yes. The one with the cacao nibs, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Leah
There you
keeps saying, "Mark, you gotta try it."
I know. There
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
It's you should open it before. Yeah. Oh, actually, I did like I think at like 15 or something, I had my first space cake, and that was a little bit intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do it the first time, like make sure you're with like people you
Oh,
trust, you feel
definitely.
comfortable
That's
with,
always a must.
and exactly that you don't work the next day,
Yeah.
just so you can like feel the effects.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't
But
also
yeah.
remember like the very first
Uh,
time that I smoked weed, but
Mm-hmm.
I do remember it was during high school. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And
And I
was
was
it
like
really
around
difficult to
17.
get, or like?
So I had a lot of friends who like smoke weed. So they always had
Yeah.
weed with them, and like so it wasn't hard. I
Mhm.
actually at the very first time that I ever tried cannabis, like for the first 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
people always gave it to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I know.
It was really easy.
It
Wanna
still
try
happens
this?
to me.
Oh, I'll try it in a little bit.
That's delicious.
Oh, good. Good that you like it.
And and I'm a peanut butter fan, so I mean, I can really taste the difference between the natural and the. I don't want to say brands, but you know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so different. It's so much nicer. It's
Thank you.
The,
Well,
the
you
other
should
ones.
try in a little bit if you want, like the natural one, so that you have like
definitely.
a reference.
Now
But I'm
Wow.
happy that you liked it.
the second question is when do you come
Are we in the
out?
second
Yeah,
question?
yeah. There's a second question to the first question.
All right.
Following up on the first question,
Uh-huh.
it's about are you out? Like, do your parents know? Your family knows? Your friends know that you smoke cannabis? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. Because yeah, and I don't do it very often, so
yeah,
like and I think especially maybe because I have this Dutch background, it's so accepted and it's so
Yeah.
uh,
That's what I
mm-hmm,
was gonna say. I mean, in Europe in general,
mm-hmm,
it's not a big deal, and in Holland, I mean, it's like
mm-hmm,
it's been legal for forever, dude.
So okay, so Dutch, Holland,
mm-hmm.
and then it's the same country, right? And then it's like
Yeah.
Países Bajos too.
Yeah, it's
Like it's
a
three
very
things.
confusing
Yeah.
thing. So the official name is the Netherlands,
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yes. And it's called the Netherlands because it used to be what is now the Netherlands, or what we know as Holland or whatever, and Belgium and Luxembourg.
There you go.
But that's like, you know, a couple of centuries ago. And then now it's just the Netherlands. And the Netherlands has oh, this is really bad, but I always say the wrong number, but I think it has 11 provinces
Okay.
Okay.
or 14. I don't know. Oh,
That's
well,
okay. No one's.
somewhere about, yeah.
There's no test after this.
Exactly. Um, and then two of those provinces are called Holland North of Holland, and South Holland. In Northern Holland, there is Amsterdam, and in Southern Holland, and you know other cities, but
Yeah.
basically Amsterdam. And then in South Holland, there is The Hague, La Haya, Rotterdam. It's like its two biggest cities. So let's say that the capital, and then also the political capital and the economic capital, which is like Rotterdam with its port, are in those two provinces. And they have, well, yes, since the Golden Age, which is like the 16th, 17th century, they have been the two most important provinces of all of the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
So in like the world, it became known as Holland.
Yeah.
But officially, if you say Holland, you're only referring to those two provinces.
So you
So
say
people might
Netherlands.
get mad, you know, that
Yeah.
they're not mentioning, you're not mentioning their provinces. So I think actually it was like last year or 2 years ago that they officially changed the name to the Netherlands, Los
Yeah.
Países Bajos. I keep saying Holland because it's just more, it's easier.
So I can just say Netherlands, and that just covers everything.
Exactly.
Yep,
Then you're not
there you go.
offending
Okay.
anyone. Yeah. Mhm.
So do you happen to know why like cannabis was like so they were like they never actually like completely prohibited in the
Yeah.
Netherlands? Like was there like a reason why the Netherlands was like that?
That they never really prohibited or never
Yeah.
really legalized it, because there's both.
Oh.
It's
Was it ever illegal?
It's, well, I don't really know how to. I'm really sorry, my political classes here, but I'm not sure how to exactly explain it, and if I'm wrong, sorry.
Yeah.
But there's a word for it that's called gedoogd, which is like it's like accepted, but it's not legalized.
Okay.
So and this is because
So there's no law. There's not like a
there's
law.
yeah,
It's just like
exactly.
coffee shops and fine, everyone can
There's
smoke.
like different laws, and they're all standing each other in the way. So there's still a part of gray area, which opens the
See?
market for the black
See?
market.
Yeah.
And this
It
is
happens
why,
everywhere.
yeah. And this is mostly because we're part of the European Union,
There you
and the
go.
other countries in the European Union are like, no, you cannot completely legalize it
Yeah.
because we're not okay with that.
We're not ready.
And then there's also some conservative parties, of course, that are also not also not ready.
I guess my question was wrong because I think what I was talking about was hemp. I think hemp was never prohibited
Oh,
in the Netherlands.
okay.
And I was wondering if it was because the Netherlands is like a port city and they maybe had a
Mhm.
lot of boats and they needed the sails
Sales
and so it was a
Ooh.
big producer
and
of hemp.
ropes
Yeah.
and clothing.
But that's
Oh,
just me
right.
just like guessing.
I like your guess though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We're
just
just
makes
looking
sense
into
to me.
this. Everyone, please put your answers below and let SAR know.
yes.
Google it, baby.
Starting from after the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but I like that idea.
Yeah. Well, there was something else I was going to ask you, but then I forgot.
Huh.
It was about the Netherlands. Oh yeah, we were talking about food production, and I
Uh-huh.
think I've heard that the Netherlands exports the most food than any other country in the world. That little tiny country
I know.
is the biggest producer of like
Tomatoes,
vegetables
I
and
think.
fruits,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in the world. It's like what? That's because they have so much technology, and like they have everything to the milligram, to the whatever centimeter. Everything's super like controlled. That they have all these greenhouses that are amazing. They produce so much food per square meter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, that it is very interesting because it's
Yeah.
exactly it looks like such a small and insignificant country, but it's like the biggest in many things because of the port and
Yeah.
the yeah, because I think basically everything that comes into, well, not everything. There's other ports, but many things that go into Europe,
Yeah.
they enter through Rotterdam, and then from there,
I'm sure. I'm sure
all
it's
over the
it's one
place.
of the most important ports. I'm sure.
Mhm.
Well, it was really famous right now, the Suez Canal, that it was blocked, and all those ships were gonna go around Europe
Yeah.
to go to that port.
Oh, it must
And
have been
it-
very quiet there.
And
Yeah.
where can people find you, like on Instagram or
right.
or where else can they find your
Yes.
products and enjoy like my palate is enjoying right now?
Uh-huh. You can find us on Instagram at ñam Cremas, and Facebook is the same, ñam Cremas. We will also put this in the comments.
Yeah.
And we are here in Mexico City in a couple of stores. One is actually the Dutch store, the Holland Waffles.
Nice.
So
So
you can go
Juarez?
get your
Yeah.
stroopwafel
Wow,
and your
that's so
crema
cool. That's
and
nice.
Dutch cheese or your French fries, whatever.
Is there a big
Yeah.
Dutch community here now?
Not so much.
No?
No, well, depends on what's big, but I think it's not so big. I'm also not very much a part of it, but like from what I've
She's
seen.
chilanga, y'all. Así
Yeah.
como la vende güerita, es chilanga.
She doesn't hang out with foreigners,
Exactly.
the
Excuse me.
immigrants.
No, I do know part of the Dutch community because of this guy from the Dutch waffle store,
Mm-hmm.
and he used to be my neighbor in my building. And then he somehow, I think he found out like, oh, there's this other Dutch girl living here. And then one day I see him, like I meet him downstairs. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm, this and this, and I have a job for you. Okay. And it was the Feria de las Culturas
Mhm.
in the Zócalo, which is every year if it's not COVID. And so they had a Dutch stand, and they needed like a Dutch girl to dress up as their cheese girl.
All right.
So never in my life had I dressed up in like a traditional Dutch uniform until I get to Mexico.
There you go.
Yeah.
And they're like,
That's what you get for being chilanga.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, you're Mexican, yeah? Well, you're wearing this, honey. You're the cheese girl tonight.
I know.
That's
It's not as
awesome.
sexy as it sounds, but so yeah,
I
then
gotta
would
see
go to
that
some-
footage. Where can we see that? Look
I
up
know.
cheese girl.
Cheese girl
Zócalo.
Mexico. Yeah. So then we've been to some events at the embassy, and that's how I like sort of know.
And what are the
The
other
Dutch
two
community.
stores?
And
Is that one?
so yeah, so that's one store, and then the other store is also in La Juárez, in La Colonia Juárez, which is called Citronela,
Mhm.
Okay.
and it sells a lot of biological and organic things. So from
Okay.
deodorant to tea to pasta to anything you
Wow.
yeah. So that's the other one. Then we are also in Pioli, which is a little store here in La Escandon,
Okay.
and it's more a food, so you can order your food there. They have really, really, really good food, and then they have a couple of products there also. They're also in Puerto Escondido,
Nice.
but
In
the cremas are
Oaxaca.
not, so
Yeah.
don't go there.
One day.
You can go to Puerto Escondido, but not to that restaurant. That restaurant is good here.
Yeah. No, but they do have really, really good food. So Pioli, Citronella, and Holland waffles. And then there's also these like online applications where you can get like your super justo, not
Okay.
your fair groceries. One of them is called Somos with double M. And they also sell our veggies from the chinampas, so you can get your like all of your groceries that you need there from
That's
the
awesome.
week. There's another one called Marchantes. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but anyway, so those are like the main ones.
Okay.
That's cool. And then what's the social media for
Yes.
the tour thing?
And then the tour thing is called Bondabu,
Mhm.
and it might be Bondabu MX from Mexico, because we're also in Ecuador, in Quito.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, BONDABU.
We're going to put it in the graphics.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Good. And then the veggies, so you can every week, every Monday and Thursday. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna continue.
Oh, of
Every
course.
Monday
That's
and
what this space is
Thursday,
for.
you can get your organic veggies from the chinampas, so locally sourced and produced, and you support the farmers here. And we're called Colectivo Ahuejote, MX.
Wow. That's
So
awesome.
I will pass you guys all the links, and then
You are a busy girl. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm very no, seriously. I mean, you're doing a lot of really cool different projects that have, something in common, but still they're different projects
Mhm.
and all of them are very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank
And is it true socially conscious projects? Because I've heard a lot about other things. I'm like, that's not really like.
Yeah, I don't know how you could, it cada quien, no?
Yeah.
Everyone their own thing, but I
No,
didn't
yeah,
think I could
that's why I was actually, complimenting because
Mhm.
they're beautiful projects. Exactly. They're social projects
Yeah.
and it's great that there are people doing these kind of things because it's very important.
Mhm.
And we should definitely look into the chinampa hemp thing.
Yes.
That would be awesome. I'm sure with the water, the whole thing there, it's like, you know, it
Yeah.
probably
Because we've
grows
had
really
some
good.
marijuana plants there, and they grew really well.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
But not too many because you're like right next to the marine training
Yeah.
base, so they're flying over the whole time.
With their drones, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, once it's legal, we're super puestos to
wow, that sounds fun, and
Mhm.
definitely want to go
to
there
do
and check
something.
that out.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we can take the
whenever
show
you
one
guys
of these
want.
days and go check out
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
surroundings.
that
That's
would
what I
be
was
really
just gonna say.
cool.
Yeah,
I'd love to
Yeah.
show everyone that.
yeah.
And
I've never been.
Yeah.
I've never been to
All right,
Xochimilco.
we'll take
Yeah,
you
neither
guys.
have
You've
I, dude.
never
No?
been?
No, I've never been.
And
to
you've been here for like what,
12 years.
years?
And I've never been to Xochimilco.
All right, well, this
Yeah.
is gonna be the first time.
You heard it here on the Weedkend show, people.
Yeah. So next time you guys might see us there, you might see us at a lake with our
At
boots.
what's
Or
left of
in
the
a
lake.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm,
there
in
used
the
to be a lot
canals, pues.
more. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
there you have it, guys. Another
Nice.
brand of socially conscious products, and thank you for being here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very
and
much.
talking to us.
And hopefully we will soon have a maybe also in collaboration with you guys. We can make a marijuana infused
Yeah, definitely.
line.
For shizzle. You
Shizzle
can
and
count
whizzle.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some chef
Good.
friends, like where you just where you had the taquiza.
Yeah.
We could probably talk to them and
Oh yeah, they can have this on the dessert. They have like different
Oh,
courses. They can have like a dessert with this.
we
Yay.
gotta do that.
Good.
Right on. Well, thank
All
you everyone
right.
for watching. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming.
Thank
I'm
you guys
Marvin
for-
Weisman.
I'm sorry, this is Leah.
Aw,
this was
look at
Fran.
that.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Take it easy, guys. This is the Weedkend Show podcast. Love you. See you next time.
Peace.
Me.